Hello people, welcome back to yet another video. Let's talk about Arsenal and the new EPO season, which is finally here. Now first of all, as I promised, I didn't make any videos about the transfer window. As I said in my last video, which was probably about May, there was no point for me to spam with something that you probably see 100 different times in the web, so I didn't feel like making a video just for the sake of making videos, so I just waited. I really wanted to make a video right after the first game, but unfortunately I was too busy, so as usual with my luck, once I decide to make a video we drop points. Hopefully that's the last time. So I will make a video later this week about our transfer window to share my thoughts. So not going to talk about in this one. This is just for the Arsenal Brighton game. Quickly what I thought about the game, about the performances of certain players, etc. So let's kick in. Overall, unfortunately, dropped points. Frustrated games. Frustrated game. Sorry. I think that most of Arsenal fans are feeling the same way, a bit down, which is kind of sad because I don't think we played that bad. Obviously, in the second half, we dropped our guard a bit. So yeah, so the first half, I think we absolutely smoked Brighton. We should have put at least one more goal past them and closed the game there. Obviously, nobody expected this to be a easy game because Brighton are a good side. Fantastic goal from Kai Havertz, and this probably is one of the positives about this game is that these guys keep playing very well. The first game of the season absolutely brilliant. Then the second game a bit quiet against Aston Villa, and now again very well. Scored the goal, uh, played very significant role as a striker, opening positions for Saka and Trossard. So overall, in my opinion, he had a very good game. Um, so yeah, I think this guy is picking up form, which is brilliant. Unfortunately, we don't have many options up front. Gabriel Jesus, I absolutely love Jesus. He was one of my favorite players, even before joining Arsenal when he was in City. But I think that injury he had screwed his career. To be fair, yeah, this guy is just doesn't look like he can stay fit for like 5 minutes. So, and now with Eddie out through the door, I don't think we have much choices apart from using Havertz, and if Mikel decides to go crazy, try to use Martinelli uh, through the middle. He used to play there. Um, I don't actually seen him playing through the middle. Wasn't bad at all, to be fair. But yeah, overall first half I think we were much better. So we have the stats here. Uh, so that's the first half stats. I think quite clear who was the better team. Now obviously this expected goals stat is a bit subjective thing, but still it shows you quite well what happened to the through this period. Obviously way more shots and goals, shots and targets. Overall pretty good stats. And of course we get to the second period, and you would think things will change drastically. So apart from the ball possession, which is obviously a normal thing, one man down for the whole period, the expected goal not as bad as you would expect. Shots on goals, I mean 3 for Brighton, 2 for us, given the fact that we played the whole second period one man down. I think those are good stats. My only criticism for the team, and something about Mikel Arteta should think about, I think this is the only criticism I have against him, is I think we need to work a bit more playing one man down, basically having the situation when we have a red card, because obviously it will happen, right? No team goes unscathed throughout the season. So I think we need to be a bit more hard. I think that we allowed Brighton to press us way too hard, and yeah, I think we should, given the fact that probably our defense is the right now our defense is our strongest side, right? It's the best part of our team and also the most stacked, right? Because obviously um, you have Juran Timber, who's a fantastic player, but he will need time to pick up again. Fortunately, very bad injury, didn't play the whole season last year, so he will need time to pick up. I think that the first couple of games, what we've seen by him, absolutely phenomenal. Gabriel and Saliba, no point talking about this guy. Those guys. Obviously, Gabriel kind of a bit shaky start, but I think this is more because of kind of this new structure in the midfield, so he will need time to readjust a bit. But overall, I think solid as usual. Ben White again. Ben White just kind of becoming one of our best players in the shadows. Nobody talks about him, and when you look at his stats, absolutely crazy. And then of course you have Calafiori, who can play as a center back, you can play as a left back. You have Zinchenko again, not the best defender, but still an option. You have Tomiyasu, obviously injured right now, but still he's available. So yeah, I think Kivior is still there, right? So then leave the club. So yeah, as it comes to the defenders, I think we have a lot of options there, and we all know that Juran Timber can play as this more of a CDM role, right? This is what Mikel wanted when he was getting him. I think Calafiori can play a bit further, so if you need to defend, you can put those players down. You can stack this defense if you want to have a bit more control there, right? So we don't have to drop down basically to our, uh, to our goal, so close to our goal, to our field. Yeah, so obviously let's address the elephant in the room. And 49th minute, Declan Rice red card. Now, personally, I have no problems with that red card. Okay, I mean, by the rules, it is a second yellow. He shouldn't have kicked the ball. Don't touch the ball. Just if Declan Rice wouldn't touch the ball, or at least wouldn't kick it, just stop it. Right? Just stop the ball. Even if you want to kind of slow the game a bit, take the ball with your hands. Right? It wasn't in play as far as I know. Like, be smart. Don't do that stupid shit. If he would even ignore the ball, he would probably get Brighton defenders sent off because he was pissed off that he tried to play the ball, but I think he, he pushed it with his hands. He tried to grab the ball. He pushed the ball up front. Obviously, both goes through Declan's legs, and then this guy absolutely smashes him through his legs. Now, this is a red card for me. That's where my problem with the referee comes. Like, this is, for me personally, that's a red card. He just went and smoked Rice through his legs. And if you look at the, obviously, if you look uh, through the video, what this guy did, it was actually unbelievable. How the hell the ref missed it? I have no idea. That's like the most red card you can see. Right? I'm sorry for the low quality. Just wanted to cut it off. So. And you can clearly see here, I mean, if that's not a red card, the ball is not in play. He just went and kicked. And this notion that he tried to kick the ball, come on, look at his leg. I mean, he didn't try to kick the ball. He wanted to kick Rice and he did it. So for me, that's the problem. And I think that's what Mikel Arteta said, right? He said, like, no problem if you're following the rule. Okay, it's a second yellow, but if you're sending off Rice, you should have sent this guy as well. That's absolutely despicable. Either send them both off, or just calm down the things. Again, use your common sense, because as someone's already said, if you're going to send people off for this kind of things, 49th minute of the game, the teams will finish with probably 7-8 players on the field. So that would be my only criticism for the ref. I know a lot of people are talking about Brighton players kicking the ball in the first half, not being booked. I guess you could say that, but I guess the logic of the ref was, well, since they're one goal down, they probably don't get this notion. No, they don't get this treatment as they're trying to delay the game, which again is controversial because maybe you're trying to prevent the other team to counterattack. I don't know. To be fair, I'm not going to blame the ref completely here. we should have been better. To be fair, we had an opportunity. 70, I think it was 74th minute. Kai Havertz missed absolute sitter. Could have give us a winner there. I mean, I think if we would score there, that would be it. But anyway, as I said, even the second half stats for me not bad at all. Not bad at all. Brighton a very good side. We can see 7 points for 3 games. Yeah, they look solid. Hopefully they can get points from other teams as well. So yeah, as for the individual performances that I want to talk about, apart from obviously apart from Havertz, which again I was impressed. Leandro Trossard, I think, already proved more than once that he shouldn't be starting for us now. I mean, this guy starts for us now in maybe 2 out of 10 games. He has a good game. I think he needs to be used as a sub. Again, personal opinion, but every single time this guy comes on as a sub, he looks like one of the best left wingers in the world. When he starts the game, I don't see what he gives us more than Martinelli, to be fair. Um, Fortunately, Martinelli dropped off massively as well, and he doesn't work even as a sub. I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully, this new kind of setup with Declan Rice playing on the left, not through the middle, more like behind Martinelli. Maybe that's why Mikel wants to do this. Maybe he wants to help a bit Martinelli. I guess when Mourinho is back to the team, and we probably play with Rice more to his typical position in the middle, right? More like a CDM in front of the back four, and then you have Marino at the left, and obviously Odegaard more to the right. So I guess that would be our formation. As I said, not going to talk too much about Rice. He did a stupid thing. Hopefully he realizes it. Unfortunately misses the Tottenham game. I don't think we can appeal, and even if we can appeal, obviously, as I said, it's in the rules. Whether we like it or not, I don't think there's even point appealing it. They will not call it back. So it stays. So hopefully he learns from that and doesn't make those stupid mistakes again. Another player that I wanted to talk about is Junior Timber. Absolutely love this guy. When we signed him last year, I was watching him in the preseason, and if you watched my previous videos, I think it was my second video when I was talking about the preseason. For me personally, it's important. There's no such thing. It's just a preseason. It shows you a lot about the team. If the team is ready, if the team has some sort of structure, you can see the new signings most of the time. So I'm very impressed with this guy. I really do. He is becoming one of my favorite players. I think he will be a very solid addition to the team. I think he will be another Ben White. People won't talk much about him, but he will be that good. So yeah, David Raya again. As I said before, players like Raya, players like Havertz kind of prove, at least me, I'm not going to talk on behalf of everybody else, but on my behalf personally, makes me look like an idiot, which I'm happy, because I prefer Ramsdale, to be fair. I really like Ramsdale, maybe because of his character, but once David Raya settled in Arsenal, to be fair, he looks like levels above Ramsdale. To be fair, what I'm seeing from this guy, it's unbelievable. All the saves. He gives us the saves that Ramsdale was giving us, but he's also very solid goalie. He has the consistency. He has unbelievable passing range. He can throw the ball. Unbelievable goalie. Really happy with him. So long may it continues. Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't see Marino here. Marino, sorry. Hopefully he can heal that injury quicker than expected, because that's a shoulder. Shouldn't be much of an issue. From what I've read, it was a fracture. It wasn't exactly a broken bone. It was a fracture, which there is a difference, obviously. Fracture is not as bad as broken bones, of course. So hopefully he can heal, and since that's a shoulder, hopefully wouldn't affect him too much. Really want to see this guy in our midfield. Uh, and probably the last player I wanted to talk about, actually I want to talk about Saka and Odegaard both, but first of Odegaard, a lot of criticism towards Odegaard, and I will say the same thing I said about Odegaard in one of my first videos as well. For me, this is one of the best players in this league. Um, I personally don't understand the criticism. I've always said that I think this guy is just better than the whole team. He's so much better than the whole other team that he's playing levels above everybody else. And if we go back to one of Thierry Henry's interview, now I'm not comparing Odegaard, of course, neither Thierry Henry or to Bergkamp, but there is an interview with Thierry Henry where he talks about Bergkamp and how when he joined Arsenal, he was always mad at Bergkamp for giving the wrong pass. But um, then Arsene Wenger told him it's not him giving the wrong pass, it's you being in the wrong position. And I think it's the same here with Odegaard. If you see the way he controls the ball, if you see the way he passes the ball, I personally think he's one of the best. The problem is when the team is not on his level, he looks bad. Well, of course he will look bad. What the hell he's supposed to do with that ball? Shoot more. I don't think it's up to him. I think it's more probably Arteta telling him not to shoot that much, because if you score, fine, but you're not going to score every time, right? So you'll most likely just give the ball away, and that's what Arteta hates the most. So I will die on that hill with Odegaard. For me, it's just, I don't know, it's ridiculous to criticize this guy. He's absolutely unbelievable. I think people just expect him to get 5 assists each and every game and make those unbelievable passes. Not going to happen. He's not that player. And lastly, Bukayo Saka. Yeah, I think obviously the red card affected him. I saw a lot of criticism towards Saka, calling him shit second half, non-existence. Again, I do understand to a degree, but when you don't have the ball, what the hell do you expect your wingers to do? I mean, those guys, they're supposed to get the ball and run with the ball. And first half, Saka did it a lot. He showed what we usually see from Saka when he's on form. When you're one man down and you're pressed towards your goal and you're defending for your life and you basically don't have the ball too much, I personally think it's stupid to criticize him, and not in that particular case. He's not immune to criticism, of course. Last season he kind of finished a bit slower, but sorry, not finished, but there was a moment when he was a bit slow, right? Wasn't the usual himself. But right now, I think he's phenomenal. I think from the start of the season, unbelievable. Again, I think what it has like, he has, I think, 3 assists, and let's actually check here. I think he has, yeah, 1 goal, 3 assists in 3 games. Apparently that's not good enough. Assist in this game as well, obviously, to Havertz. So yeah, for me personally, I think just that red card messed up our team. So hopefully Mikel works on that. We need to work on that because obviously there are some rule changes this year. There was a situation, I believe it was in the first half. There was, I think it's Saka who shoots the ball and it hits, I believe, Brighton defenders into his arm. Maybe I'm confusing games, but I think it was in this game. Not nowhere near a penalty. First of all, they already said that they changed the rule that in those situations they will not give a penalty. I totally agree with that. Defender's arm was down. It was basically near his body. So yeah, I mean, what do you expect this guy to do, to cut off his arms? I absolutely agree. No penalty. Like, there's no point even to talk about this. That's not a penalty. Hopefully they maintain this throughout the season. I don't want to see the same thing next time given to whatever team. So yeah, as I said, I was pissed off after the game. Obviously we have high standards now, which is great. High expectations towards the team, again, great. I was pissed off that we dropped points. I was more pissed off with our team, not as much as with the ref. As I said, I mean, maybe because at this point of time, I'm just not even surprised by those refs. I mean, do we really expect them to be good? Those EPL refs, not really. VAR is there just to, I don't know, to enjoy. They probably are eating popcorns during the game because they're absolutely useless. And we're not the only team that suffers from this. Every single team suffered from this one way or another. So there's no point of crying about this. They suck. They're bad. And we have what we have. So yeah, better just to get used with it. If you want to protest, go protest. Don't mind, but I think that just all fans should just go and either remove this stupid VAR, because obviously there's no absolute point to it, or start using it. Okay, so that would be it for this one. Please let me know what you think, like the video, share the video, and up to the next one.